going to be a challenging day for us today for a couple of reasons. We expect a pretty good turnout. The other sites more recent in the health department have seen huge swells of people coming for testing. So we'll do the job we got to do.
I think if we're going to turn this thing around and really address COVID, it's going to take coming right into the inner city, making sure everybody is tested, because this virus is affecting every ethnic group, it's affecting every economic group.
For most vulnerable populations, such as the African American populations, we know that we're in a bad place. This pandemic is positioned itself so that it might have the worst impact on African Americans. So testing opportunities like this are critical. Health disparities, though, really is a phenomena that has to be addressed beyond what we know as public health, because we've got to look at the economy, we've got to look at jobs, we've got to look at education, all those kinds of things. But we in public health know that there's a place for us in trying to address disparities. And it's right here in the community, just as what we're doing right now, trying to make testing opportunities more accessible, more available to vulnerable populations as we're doing today.
Sanitizing surfaces, wearing masks, distancing, wearing gloves where you need to. And it's the only thing that's going to defeat this virus. And we can defeat this virus. We have managed to control and defeat other viruses in our history. We can do this one as well, but everybody has to do their part. The scientists, the healthcare professionals, every citizen, every person, we just all have to do our part, and everybody has a role.
The COVID testing is very needed. It is very important that we go and get tested because of the fact that numbers are spiking at an enormous rate, especially here in Tennessee, especially Chattanooga, and it's imperative that we get ourselves checked to find out where our status is, if we're positive or negative, and then also to make sure that we are staying safe, that we are staying at home and sheltered and things of that nature, so we can stop the spread and make sure that we can continue to do what we're called to do. There's been so many different people from all walks of life coming to get food, not just produce, but coming to get the canned goods, to come to get the meat and things of that nature, the waters that we have had. It has been absolutely amazing. Some of the people just grateful, just thankful that some people are thinking about them. The mere fact that they said, you know what, you all are thinking about us, it changes the trajectory of what people are dealing with and what people are going through.
You know, even though we haven't been able to meet inside the four walls, it reminds us of the message of Jesus Christ. He never told us to be keepers of aquariums, but to be fishermen of men. So this is part of the mission of Christ. We're doing the work of Christ to serve the people, to meet the people where they are. I think the way you address some of the tension that we feel in this nation right now is just by service and showing love and compassion. And so I'm just overwhelmed to see people come out and help people and love one another. And I think this is what Jesus meant when he says, by this shall all men know that you're my disciples, when you have love one for another.
At this date and time, we know we have no vaccine. So the only thing that we can do at this point is to practice those measures that have proven to be effective. We've got to mask up. We've got to wear those masks at work, in the community. We've got to practice social distancing as we've never have done before. Since we're going back and the economy is opening now, those messages are simply critical. So more testing will prove to be more positive results, we're sure of that, but we've got to flatten the curve. The better way to do that is to do those things that we're asking the public to do.